before it get cold, which it is cold outside this morning. I don't know, we going through the ice age. A lot of people tend to like it. My whole thing is it shouldn't be cold in the morning. It shouldn't be no 45, 50 degrees. Absolutely not. Let summer be summer. But yeah, let's talk about it. Canelo, Berlanga, $90 pay-per-view. Virgil Ortiz call out Terence Crawford. Sebastian Fundora, Spence. I got some news coming about that in another video. And it don't look like Barrios is going to take Jerron Boots' offer from Matchroom. We knew what that was. So real quick, let's talk about Berlanga and Canelo. PBC thirsty. When you broke, you can't give out no discounts. You got to get every damn dollar. You know what I'm saying? You got to get every dollar imaginable. You got to get every dollar possible. You can't afford to, you know, reduce anything. And at the end of the day, you know, the inflation of pay-per-view prices in boxing has went up, and the quality of pay-per-view boxing overall shows have went down. You know, that's what we can say. So for them to sit there and for them to sit there and continue to rise the price of pay-per-view, and your quality of shows is going down, or to inflate the price is crazy to me. People was on the fence, for $50, and that really, it wasn't nothing. But at the end of the day, they not about to reduce nothing. Their mindset is, if you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna pay for it. So while you watching live, double tap the screen and like the video. If you're gonna pay for it, well, come on. If you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna pay for it. So if you're gonna pay 50, you probably gonna pay 90 for it. If you was gonna stream it and not pay for it, you was just gonna stream it and not pay for it. So that's just what it boiled down to be honest. So for them, that's just where they mindset at it. So um, when you're not playing with a full deck, when you're not playing with a full bag, you can't really go out there and do what you want to do. So they can't. They can't afford to reduce anything. They can't afford to do a promo. They know it's a bad fight, but they just want to say they got Canelo on their team. That's just like a lot of these dudes who pay for these women to be around them because of how they look. You know what I'm saying? Just to say they got it. They getting stressed out. Um, they getting stressed out. They ain't getting much out of it. You getting attitude. You not getting no emotional support. Nothing. Just to say you got it on your arm. Now, that can help you get other bitches. We know that. And that can help you, get clout in the hood. But it really ain't the clout that you looking for long term. You know what I'm saying? So, that really ain't the clout you looking for long term. But yeah, they not reducing anything, and we knew that. You knew it was gonna be 90, and that's crazy. And that's like everything else. I don't think you really speak in the U.S., but that's like everything else in the U.S. All the quality of food and products, especially the food, is going down, but the price is going up. The price is going up. So, same thing with boxing. The quality is in the shitter, but they want you to pay more and more, even though the alternative is the streaming. I seen somebody post something about Logan Paul and Floyd fighting. He said, I streamed it and I still want a refund. And that's one of the best feelings when you stream a fight and it wasn't worth it. You like, I'm glad I ain't spend my money, but you glad you wasted your time. You ain't glad that you wasted your time. You mad about that. But I mean, it don't make no difference. It just let you know on the internet you can have something that's so far out the blue, but you're gonna always have a number of people that agree with it. And there's no way you can agree with this fight. I seen somewhere that said Canelo Alvarez said that if Berlanga trained really hard, then that's the only chance he got as a shot. He don't have a shot regardless. All he need to be doing is trying to make weight and this being able to go get this check after the fight. Tell me I'm lying. Like, he don't have a chance. And if he do beat Canelo, or this fight is relatively close, Canelo Alvarez need to retire. But $90 don't surprise me. They not short. They not shorting nothing. You know, They not shortening nothing. They not cutting nothing. They can't afford to. They can't afford to. So, nonetheless, that is what it is. Shout out to Cybel and shout out to Ken. Now, let's go to Virgil Ortiz Jr. So he go on Twitter to say he want to fight Bud 1. I think Errol Spence 2, Sebastian Fundora 3. He know they fighting each other. That's my problem. Why are we talking about fighting one of them? And y'all, you know they probably fighting each other next. So now he said, no disrespect. I want to fight these 3 guys. Now apparently there's an offer out there to fight Bud. Now I was saying, if Bud didn't really like the offer or didn't want to fight Ortiz need to press the situation. And I guess this is version of pressing the situation with Terence Crawford. And this is what he need to do. He need to get on the horn with him, tell him let's do it. The money right, and he would love the opportunity. Social media is not a bad thing to do. To press play with that, to seem like you on the attack and he on the defense and he ducking you and you deserve to fight. But that's kind of a hard sell to do when people seen your last fight. What Big L said, I strike man like lightning. He said, you seen my last fight, then I ate then. And he said in the street brawl, I strike man like lightning. Did you see my last fight? Then I ate then. We seen your last fight and it wasn't aight, man. It wasn't a good fight. Double tap the screen and like the video. Ken, salute. Yeah, it wasn't a good. But hey, at the end of the day, when you got Turkey Al-Sheikh offering you a title shot and all that money, and it's up to the guy to press play on it. Hey, that's what he should do, in my opinion. He should go out there and he should fight one of those guys, because last time he passed up a title shot, next thing you know, your career got put on hold. You never got another title shot at 147. Then stick around at 140 long enough to get a title shot. So you've been through 2 divisions without getting a title shot. Now you're 3, you already a big 154 pounder. So how, and most people seen and feel like your power wasn't effective at 154. So what you gonna look like going to 60 then? So what better chance are you gonna have to beat Terence Crawford, about to be 37 years old, fighting every once a year, probably don't want to fight this year. And I say this about Terence Crawford: if he don't want to fight if he don't want to fight more than once a year, then it's time for him to retire. He all the way over there. Miles, this dude be gone. But yeah, if he don't want to fight more than once a year, then to be honest, it's time not to don't fight no more. Cause all you doing is like wasting your time. That dude should be fighting 2 or 3 times a year at 37 years old, just in my humble opinion. But nonetheless, Virgil Ortiz doing what he's supposed to do, because where else he gonna get a title shot from? Where else he gonna get it from? But he's been very vocal about fighting. I don't know what you want, bro. Go on. He's been very vocal about taking on, Fundora and Errol Spence, and hell bent on that fight. And at the end of the day, we already know that's the fight that he truly wants. It's Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence. So he can sit there and, he can call out Bud, but we already know that really ain't what he want. But that's what he got on the table. And that, it's a rumor out there, which I'm going to speak on it later on. When I get back to my computer, I'm going to cut that video. Spence is supposed to be taking on Fundora in December, and Manny Pacquiao is supposed to be taking on the same card, Mario Barrios. So I'm going to get to talking about Boots Ennis too. So at the end of the day, shout out to Kobe and Trina G. Shout out to One Honor. Double tap the screen and like the video. And so, yeah, that's the rumor going out there that they going to do a double header. So obviously Boots not going to get that fight, but we'll end off with that. But like I said before, Virgil Ortiz should want to fight a 37-year-old man who want to fight once a year. You know what I'm saying? You just fought. You got the momentum. Get him back in the ring. Y'all both just fought. Get him back in the ring. But if he want to sit around and wait for Fundora and Errol Spence, that's what Tim Tszyu sitting around waiting for, And Lord forbid that Errol Spence win that fight. Who knows? What if he suffer another physical setback? Now you waiting another year for a shot. So that's my thing about it. A lot of these dudes is willing to wait. They willing to wait around for certain fights. And to be honest, you could say, well, Spence and Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz, or Virgil Ortiz and Fundora is a bigger fight. No, it ain't. That fight ain't got more M's involved than, Terence Crawford. And by definition, for these fighters, a big fight. Hold on. All right, come on. The definition is how many dollar signs or how many zeros or how many commas in that number. And we already know PBC ain't got no money to pay. See, that's why I told y'all when these ninjas was hollering about money and it's about the money and it ain't enough money and marinate. All that marination talk was about protecting your O as long as possible, hoping the guy that people want you to fight, hopefully that he get exposed or he lose or he shows some type of chink in his armor so we can expose that. That's all that shit meant, because it's a no-brainer. He could say, "Oh, Crawford is the come on, this dude." He could say Crawford is the #1 fight that he want, but we already know what he said after the fight. We already know what he said after the fight. What did he say? He said that he wanted the Fundora and Spence winner. That's what he said. So when he going around talking about now I want to fight Spence #1 on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Now I want to fight Spence #1, and that's who I really want. Let's do the Spence fight and blase this and blase that. All right, cool, homeboy. Let's do the Crawford fight. But he already knew that it was gonna be more money involved in the Bud fight. So the reason he want to go after Spencer Fundora, he like his chances better versus them. Just like a few years ago when Virgil Ortiz was the #1 fighter for the WBO. He just liked it. He liked this. He liked his chances a little bit. He didn't like his chances to win that fight. You know, so at the end of the day, sometimes it's too much money to pass up. But for you to still be calling out Spencer Fundora like they fighting tomorrow and you gonna get back in the ring in 3 or 4 or 5 months to fight the winner, to me, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. So I don't really see him, getting in the ring with them anytime soon. You got to remember, Tim Tszyu in the line for that. It can be an injury. It can be a rematch. It can be a mandatory. And they going to have to come off that WBO belt. So you want to go attack a fighter who going to have one belt. And Bud is also riding shotgun for that belt. So if you fight and you feel like you can fight and beat Bud, not only will you end up with the Super WBA, you probably gonna end up with the WBO since they refuse to fight Bud, and you're gonna be riding shotgun in the WBC. So he got to see you. But if you fight Sebastian Fundora in the Earl Spence winner, which may be sometime in 2025, if Tim Tszyu get in there, maybe sometime in 2026. So you gonna sit around fighting nobodies like you've been fighting at catch weights, and you gonna fight those guys, okay, cool, and just wait around for another title shot, knowing that you probably gonna outgrow that weight class. So you gonna wait around a whole year or two for a title shot when you can fight Bud, get 2 titles, and had a winner of Fundora, Spence, Tim Tszyu, whatever happened between there, and they gotta see you. And they got to see you and it be for undisputed. To me, I feel Bud like I don't really want to fight nobody at this point, especially if they ain't bringing nothing to the table. I don't really want to fight you at this point because 1, you don't bring nothing to the table right now. 2, you don't want to be in here fighting with me. 3, your last performance was piss poor. So what am I getting from really beating on you? I'm giving you an opportunity that I gave you many years ago and you didn't want it. After you had your pedestrian ass performance, you said you didn't want the opportunity. You wanted to fight Spencer Fundora. So at the end of the day, how much enthusiasm can the fans have, to watch that fight, and you really don't want to be there. You keep reiterating fighting somebody who could be tied up for a whole year. Why even call them out? At least Tim Tszyu about to fight in October. And you can say, hold on. At least Tim Tszyu is about to fight in October. Stop. You're getting a little bit too big for your bridges, homeboy. Hold on. Sit. I don't care. Sit. I don't care if they're black. Sit. 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 Come on. Go. Yeah, like he got some sense this morning. But yeah. So to me, I feel Bud, you know. But if I'm him and I don't plan on fighting again this year, it's time for him to retire. It's time for Bud to hang it up, you know. When Mayweather more active in these fighters doing these exhibitions, it's time for Bud to hang it up, in my opinion. If he don't want to come back and fight 2 or 3 times a year, I don't care how much you stay in the gym, it's time to go. It's time for Bud to retire, to be honest. And I hate to say that about the brother, but, you know, yeah, I hate to say that about the brother. Hold on real quick. No. No. Dang, you're pissing on people's stuff. Like, I don't really, Miles is just irritating. But yeah. But yeah, when you don't want to fight 2 or 3 times a year at 40 years old, just hang it up. And if all he really looking for is to fight Canelo Alvarez, it's time to go. It's time to go. He just looking for a payday. Your passion not in it no more. And that's another thing you probably can see in the Madrimov fight, that he really no more. The old Bud, to be honest, the old Bud would have went to Madrimov. I think Bud done. I don't after politics of the Errol Spence fight and breaking through, and then you broke through, and then PBC tried to throw Jamel Charlo in there and stop you from getting the title fight. Then they still trying to box you out. So you got the money behind you, you got the power behind you, and all these promoters still slandering your name. They're paying these writers, they're paying these fake subscribers and bots on social media to slander your name. I think they take a toll on you. I remember in the last dance, I think it was the last dance, where one of the writers was saying that, oh, y'all gonna run Michael Jordan out of the sport. Y'all gonna run Michael Jordan out of the sport. Same thing with Bud. They running him out of the sport. It's hard to wake up and have passion when you're not celebrating, when everything you do is negative. You got Abel Sanchez here. Well, Canelo and Triple G is a dumb fight. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez don't have any relevant fighters. He known for getting fighters. He known for getting fighters a cat peel back. Come on. That's what he known for. Abel Sanchez is known for getting fighters cat peel back. Am I lying? He known for getting fighters injured. He known for getting fighters, eating through a straw. Look what he did with Terry Norris. Come here, Miles. Look what he did with Terry Norris. That's what he known for. That's what he known for. Double type of screen. So at the end of the day, if Bud don't have the ambition to get in there and be active and fight no more, this time it's time to go. If your only mission is to get some bread versus Canelo, which that's everybody's mission. Everybody get in. Most of these dudes get in there and they lay down for the boy. So if that's his only ambition, dog, just walk away. I know he want to be undisputed, but Al Heyman, they ain't gonna let him. You know. And Sebastian Fundora at 6'6", 6'5", he got baby nuts, as Robert Guerrero Daddy used to say. He got baby nuts. You know, he got baby nuts. He ain't even gonna strap his baby nuts on and go try to beat Bud Crawford and be great. You listening to Al Heyman, oh, we can go do this. You fighting Errol Spence. What you get fighting Errol Spence coming off almost a year and a half layoff in the ass whooping? You know, and that's Al Heyman. Why would you want to sacrifice Errol Spence to Fundora? You know what I'm saying? Why not, lend him the pro blocks or something like that? Let him get a couple fights on pro box, stay active. You know what I'm saying? If you can't find the fights for him, let him stay active, lend him the turkey out of sheep. Let him get 3 or 4 fights in here and for rehab season, get him some fights on pro box and then come back and fight Fundora after he get in some type of rhythm. Because if you can't, like I said before, like if you call the lawyer's office, I don't know how many of y'all ever called the lawyer's office. Let's say you call a criminal defense lawyer, but you need a slip and fall lawyer or whatever, accident lawyer, lawyer, whatever. And what they'll do is They'll listen to your case and say, you know what, I think I got this lawyer friend. We're gonna refer you to this lawyer. You know, I got a friend, I got a lawyer friend, and I'm gonna refer you to the office of Bernstein and Johnson. They do that type of work. Hold on, let me transfer you over there, or let me give you the number, and I'm gonna call ahead and let them know, what the 411 is, right? And that's what Al Heyman should do. If you can't keep your fighters active, and you don't have the dates, then you still have a fiduciary duty to your fighters to make sure you can accommodate them. And if that's you letting them the pro box, and that's I didn't see the herd in Rosario fight. Maybe I'll go watch it when I get to work if I get a chance. But I heard it was a draw. But I was a little occupied last night, so you supposed to do what's best for the fighter, not just what's best for the business. Because you're just supposed to be an advisor, so it's really not about your TV show business. It's so crazy how many people keep their TVs on, bro. They just keep, and their TV's just on because, that Roku screensaver, you can see it through the window. It's hilarious. And wonder why their TVs be burnt out and they bills be so high. I don't play that shit. Turn that shit off. If you scared of the dark time, get a night light. But yeah, I don't play that. But if these dudes don't want to fight, then and he can't get them business, why would you sit there? Why would you sit there and put that man in? Why would you sit there and put that man in the position to? Um, why would you sit there and put that man in the position to come off almost a year? Would it be a year and 4 months? Depend on if it's in December. Put him in that position to fight Fundora. He fought this calendar year if they fight in December. So, like I said, Virgil Ortiz, another dude. Virgil Ortiz, another dude that he lack confidence. He know he ass. And, all these tune-ups he done had over his career or these solid contender fights at 47, he can keep passing up title shots. And I don't really think, we know he don't want to fight Terence Crawford. And really, from Crawford's point of view, what I got to gain from it. And come on. What I get to gain for it? He get to gain activity. And Virgil Ortiz ain't even a name. And what's so funny, you have Floyd Schofield Sr. going around here causing a ruckus, making his son hate it. You know what I'm saying? And they used to talk shit about Bill, and Bill was cool. Bill would drop a couple dollars in the super chat. Bill would come in here, be level-headed. This guy don't even let you talk. This guy don't even let you talk. Going around here stirring up shit on people's channels, and he just promoting his son while all he doing is putting a target on his son back. Because Golden Boy not doing their job. Like I said, I've never seen a young man fight live. So I've never seen him fight live. So obviously Golden Boy not doing their job. How the hell he got number 2 in the WBA? We already know he ain't getting tanked. We already know that. So when I look at them type of situations, dog, like right now you get a lot of beef with Greg Hackett. Like he going back and forth with old buddy. Like, come on, man. Like I'm not going back and forth with nobody like nobody daddy or another nigga he beefing with. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna keep it all. Come here. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Anybody going back and forth for what? That's you gotta ask yourself. What you going back and forth for to prove a point with somebody that you ain't gonna never see in real life? And if you see the dude in real life, he ain't gonna do nothing but call the cops. So no, I don't go back and forth with them. Y'all be giving idiots clout. And that's just me almost being on YouTube for what? I'm coming up with almost 10 years in a couple of years. If I continue to content create. So yeah, like I don't engage in foolishness, bro. It's irrelevant. But yeah, boxing's so boring right now that motherfuckers just beefing. But Golden Boy, it need to be said, come here. And they don't like to promote. They don't like to promote they fighters in general. They do lazy promotion. Bernard, stop. Come here. So Bernard can come out here and, Bernard and Oscar come out here like they different. They do lazy promotion too. Like, I've never seen a kid fight. Real talk. Virgil promote fight weeks be trash. You know what I'm saying? That's a Golden Boy promotion. Do the worst promotion. Let's call it what it is. They do the worst promotion. So Floyd Schofield daddy gotta hit that. He gotta hit that boxing blade. He gotta hit that boxing blade for his son and promote his son, cause don't nobody know who the fuck he is. Like I said, I watch boxing. I don't watch as much as I used to, but I've never seen the man fight. I've never even seen Oscar De La Hoya talk about him too much. You know, and if you know, Golden Boy do a horrible job at promoting, and they even do a more horrible job at promoting black fighters. So, yeah, Golden Boy and PBC are the same. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But let's talk about Boots Ennis. So apparently, Eddie Hearn said he made a lucrative offer. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said to Mario Barrios. We knew when Boots couldn't make the Barrio fight on PBC for whatever that was. Is that because he refused to sign a deal? They refused to promise activity, and he left PBC, and the Barrios fight couldn't be made. We know he wasn't getting that fight. So, Eddie Hearn is probably like, well, I paid him more than 2 or 3 times than what he been paid on paper, which, at the end of the day, I can see that. Whatever, I'm not saying he said that, but he'll say some shit. We paid him more money than he's ever been paid before. And then here you go, Al Heyman, it come out that Errol Spence and Fundora and Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao and Barrios is supposed to be a double feature pay-per-view. So I'm guessing Fundora and Spence gonna be the main event. But like I said before, we seen what Pacquiao looked like in his last fight versus a kickboxer. He looked sad, he looked bad. And then Mario Barrios go in there and knock him out. To be honest, Barrios need to go. And if Manny Pacquiao still fighting, Floyd still fighting, them niggas is broke. It ain't like Lil Wayne said, I'm addicted to the game like Jordan Payton. No, them niggas broke. And that's just what it boiled down to. And they gotta fight. So, Pacquiao need the money. So, but that's Al Heyman offer. Like, okay, fuck that unification. We gonna offer you Manny Pacquiao. That's what he said. We gonna offer you Manny Pacquiao. Forget that unification. And for Boots, he gonna find out that you ain't PBC game. They gonna not allow you to get undisputed. And that's probably why they shelf and stay on this for that last fight. So, stay on this, can't run over Eddie Hearn and unify with Boots. So they gonna block Boots out. But let's see if manager Farty Marty got something to say about that. Let's see if manager Farty Marty got something to say about when PBC started boxing out Boots. Let's see if Bonzi gonna have something to say, because they real vocal about everybody else. They real vocal about everybody else. Tell me I'm lying. Let's see how vocal they really is in Philly. Greg Hackett, Jamil, let's see how vocal they really is when it come out Al Heyman ain't gonna let Jerron Ennis cook or let him eat in these streets. Let's see where their allegiance is at the end. Because remember, I don't see the problem with Al Heyman. Y'all niggas about to find out. Y'all about to find out. That's what we can say. Y'all about to find out quick, fast, in a hurry. Because you got to understand, as of right now, he got to deal with Al at 54 too. So you think Al is going to let them get titles and you turn down my shitty ass offer? No, I'm going to treat you like an op now. I let you fight on my card as a affiliate. I made you family. How dare you not take this $2 deal I'm trying to give you? This 360 deal I'm trying to give you. This ramen noodle Dollar Tree deal I'm trying to give you. No, you will not get no unifications over here, and we will stall and block out your career just like we do other black fighters like Terence Crawford. Let's start seeing if they continue to be, even level-headed and diplomatic about Al Heyman then. Let's see if they turn on Al Heyman then, because that's happening. So when Boo's talking about, y'all want to get undisputed, we know that's not possible. We know that's not possible. We don't even know if Bob Arum willing to put Brian Norman Jr. in there with him. We don't even know when Stay On This gonna get upgraded, and is he gonna have to be forced to re-up with PBC? And people saying now he's scared of 154 pounds. I don't think he's scared of it. I think he see opportunities at 47. But really, it's gonna be more politics getting that belt. So Bob Al Heyman ain't gonna allow you to get Mario Barrios. And Lord forbid in Barrios situation, if Pacquiao win, Pacquiao ain't fighting no Jerron Bruce Ennis. Then they probably gonna look to make I'm telling you, they probably gonna then look to make the Errol Spence fight. I'm telling y'all. Then they gonna look to make the Errol Spence fight. So, like I said before, and Barrios ain't gonna tell Al, oh no, I wanna fight Jerron Bruce Ennis. No, he don't really wanna fight Jerron Bruce Ennis. Why would you? You gonna make more money fighting Pacquiao. It's a name. Even though you probably gonna be the co-feature and you and Boots would be the main event, these dudes ain't in it for glory. They in it for the dollar. They in it for the dollar. He said they think Texas can save Spence and Fundora, and it won't. I don't know what this dude looking at. Go. He pulling all over this way. Like, come on now. He said he put Bud #1 to save face. Yeah, he did, but we already heard what he said. Make heavyweights great again. Heavyweights done in America. After Deontay Wilder walked away, it's a wrap. Come on, man. I ain't got time to be fighting with you out here. Like the heavyweights don't even get talked about no more. I can see Bud retiring his next fight. I think it's over with, for real. But maybe he's just waiting to get the belt. Virgil's going to fight Tim Tszyu. I don't know. Tim Tszyu he said, he supposed to be fighting for the title in October versus Backram, and then he supposed to turn around and fight Lubin after that. So, and then he said he won Fundora. So, I don't know. He said they be having these ninjas fighting on Thursdays. You talking about box rec? So, if that's what Errol Spence got to do to stay active, that's what he got to do to stay active. To me, it's dumb to go into a fight with Fundora after almost a year and a half layoff. That's dumb. That don't make no sense. Why would you do it? And I can get 2 or 3 fights on another platform, and I can get into a rhythm. So, and I can get into a rhythm. So to me, that make a lot of sense. He said Boo's probably fighting Ugas next. No, he fighting Curran Churkajan. But he could have fought Barrios instead of Churkajan and got a unification exemption. That's why he made an offer to Barrios, because they got a unification exemption. But Churkajan fought his way back to being a mandatory. Barrios need to KO Pacquiao. He do. He does. He really do. But Will Smith said he missed an tune-up and he dumb. It'd be crazy with these new fighters train the thought process be. To me, it'd be crazy. It'd It'd be crazy what they thought process be, because it don't make no sense. You need all the activity in the world. You know, you need all the activity in the world coming off the blunt, especially soft touches where, you know, after the blunt trauma that he took versus Bud. And after the fight, yeah, I think I should have came back sooner. I think I should have took a tune out. They dumb. They dumb. They think they can reinvent the wheel and they can't. All they look at is the money. And when your eyes are always on the money, you don't see none of the pitfalls, none of the snake pits, none of the booby traps. You just looking at the money. And if you ever just get the money, it ain't gonna be worth everything you went through to get it. But that's what happens when you got a whole bunch of yes niggas around you. You know, that's what happened. That's the dumbest decision. Now he might go in there and win the fight. Who knows? Fundora ain't indestructible. But it seemed like Al Heyman is sacrificing him to Fundora. You know. But they think they fighters bigger than what they are. And they not. But that's all I got, man. Peace.